What's up, Divine Masculine Collective? Thank you for joining me. My name is Keita, and if it is your first time joining me, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Y'all, it is eclipse season. Yesterday was the 9/9 portal, and your girl is feeling all the feels. I don't know if y'all could tell, but I got a little nasal situation going on, so definitely feeling the ascension symptoms. A little sinus drainage, hot flashes, a little throat irritation, and it's so like mild that it ain't even really worth talking about, but I know my body, so I know it's there. And every year during eclipse season, I feel this way or worse. Like there have been times where it's been worse than others, and I can tell that I am undergoing a energetic ascension of some kind. So dream state has been vivid, off the chain. Meditations, visions during meditation have been profound, and so I know that we are ushering in a new chapter, elevating, evolving. Those of us who are invested in our growth, those of us who are taking care of our spiritual hygiene, which I feel like I could be doing a little better, but I'm definitely not completely slacking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely wanting to use this time to tap in and get a message for the Divine Masculine Collective. I've had some downloads leading up to this reading, but did not write them down. So the only one that I'm remembering is some words, not the entire song, but some words from this song by a rapper named Isaiah Rashad called Headshots. And it's just been in my head a lot. And the words go, okay, you caught me by surprise in my brand new whip, baby. Peep me in the scope if I'm gone. Don't trip, baby. Bringing back the strong, up to bat, all hits, baby. It feel good since a nigga been back, but a nigga done changed. We couldn't settle my fire, couldn't cover my pain. Yeah. Lane. Swang. Yeah. Y'all gotta hear the song to really get it. I know I'm not doing it no justice. I happen to really like this song. Like it's on one of my playlists on Amazon Music. But those are the words to the song that have been standing out to me the most, and it's speaking to divine masculines being caught by surprise about something relative to the journey. Maybe even feeling a little bit unprepared, even though they put in some work on themselves and are arriving to this point of the journey feeling like they definitely have changed, transformed, matured, elevated in some way. And then possibly here comes this divine feminine with her essence and her energy and her influence in some way that has caught them by surprise. Definitely not a bad surprise, you know what I'm saying? It's giving a surprise that they value and are appreciative of and grateful for. And for many of the divine masculines, it is this surprise that has them kind of like coming to understand, like, damn, okay, if aligning with this divine feminine energy is the result of the work that I put in on myself, the point where I've gotten to on the journey at this particular time, what else can I do, or what else am I being led to do? Just off 444 to stabilize this situation, to create a strong foundation, to ground this and to protect that which I appreciate and value now that I see, like, The divine really fucking with me. um, this also may be somebody who has overcome an addiction of some sort, because the lyrics speak to weed not being able to settle their fire. Fire, we know, is creative energy, it's passion, it's drive, it's willpower, it's effective forward communication and progression. And this is possibly someone who looked to weed or some other vice that they look to that to help them with their creative energy or their fiery energy in some way in their life, and it just wasn't cutting it. But now that they have done the work to heal in some kind of way, now that they've alchemized some of their experiences and elevated in a way, it's not necessary. We couldn't settle their fire, couldn't cover the pain. And one thing for certain, two things for sure, I've learned that when you have these things, you have that awareness of what it is that you do to cope. It helps you to be able to, once you first have that awareness, seek more effective means of healing instead of coping. And it helps you to realize how you were never healing to begin with, even though that was what you were always meant to be doing. Instead, you were coping with whatever pain led you to that vice. And so there's a level of awareness that the divine masculines who resonate with this energy are having as well, and they are now more aware of what their lane looks like, where they are on the journey and where they're being led, what their niche is, what's being called forth from their souls. So we're gonna dive deeper with the cards. Just saw 7-11. Their soul journey is becoming clearer. Life purpose is becoming clearer to a lot of divine masculines at this point on their journey. I know I don't have a lot of time because for whatever reason my iPad battery has been dying really fast lately. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pull from the what's the T oracle. And I'm actually not gonna be pulling any tarot in this reading, all oracle. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors, and spirit guides, I ask that you bring forth the best message for the highest good of the divine masculine collective at this time. I thank you for using me as a messenger and a vessel of your love and light. And I ask that you bring forth the message very clear and concise. It's so many of these cards that's in reverse. I cannot make this shit up. I need t-shirts that say, I can't make this shit up. Bad habits. Drugs, addictions, toxicities. There are divine masculines who are fully aware or becoming fully aware of where the bad habits in their lives are and how they affect them. What drugs of choice they're needing to what's the word I want to use, honey? Get rid of, stop using, stop turning to, and detox from, right? Because whether it's weed, which can very well be plant medicine depending upon your intention and how you're using it, or some other drugs, after you decide, make that choice that, okay, I'm not going to allow this to have power over me, you then needed to do the work to detox your body of it so that it doesn't continue to have that effect on you. And then there are long-term effects. I tell people all the time, shit, I smoke weed. However, I do not smoke often. It's not a problem. It's not a drug for me. It does not have control over me. It's every once in a while, and I actually am open to trying marijuana in different, ingesting it in different forms to get its healing properties, because smoking is smoking. You know what I'm saying? It's going to do what it's going to do to your lungs, regardless of what it is. And so you're needing to be mindful of rectifying whatever long-term effects may be taking place. But what I'm also hearing is that a lot of masculines are undergoing cellular renewal. And because things are are healing and changing on a cellular level in your DNA, you just automatically are not attracted to certain diets, certain foods, certain people. You're very mindful of what you are consuming, and if that's not where you are, that's what you're on the precipice of. So don't be surprised if you wake up one day and your appetite changes. You're not just your appetite for food, but for women and for music and for environments and groups and just whatever it is that you've given your time and attention and energy to. Don't be surprised if those things change, because they represent bring some level of toxicity into your life. And for some of y'all, that toxicity is karmic partners, relationships that you have held on to for far too long. You no longer can take it. This eclipse is not gonna allow you. Eclipses come to show you what's lying in the dark, like plain and clear. Just saw 11:11, and it's not just some shit that's happenstance. It's being divinely guided, because you're being ushered clean on into a portal, a gateway that elevates you. So we just had the 9/9 portal yesterday. We got the 10/10 portal coming up in October, and then 11/11 in November. Then you have the 12/12 and the 12/21 in December, which very much speaks to getting out of your comfort zone and like paying close attention to how you mirror others, especially in twin flame dynamics. So we want to be mindful of these portal dates and how they are speaking to us about addictions and the toxicities in our lives. And sometimes that toxicity is not only like the relationships that you have, but of course how you showing up in those relationships, what you're allowing, how you not speaking up, how you not drawing boundaries, or how you communicate, how you problem solve. Those types of things can be toxicities that need to be released. At the top of the deck, you have photo proof, getting evidence. And at the bottom, ghosted, disappearing, ghosting, in and out. So as masculines are becoming more aware of what the toxicities are, these energies are making it plain and clear. They're getting proof of who don't mean them no good, where they're going, not necessarily wrong, but not in alignment with what they say and know they want to accomplish in life. So getting evidence of misalignment, those toxicities, those bad habits, those addictions, and how that misalignment affects them. So for many of you, you may be experiencing a dark night of the soul with this energy where the divine is showing you proof that it's time to change some things. It's time to let go and release some things and some people, and to elevate and grow. And for some of you, especially with the lyrics to that song being caught by surprise by feminine energy, getting proof that that which you've desired, that which you've manifested in your dream state, or actively through ritual, or just by the power of your spoken word, photo proof that it exists, that it's within your reach, that you've manifested it, and now you have to do the work to obtain or connect in some way. So we got that energy with ghosted at the bottom of the deck. Y'all leaving some stuff behind, disappearing, no longer showing up for entertaining some bullshit. The toxicity, I can't talk today, which speaks to these throat chakra activations too. So many of you are having to communicate in ways that are not necessarily what you're used to, being challenged to speak up or be more stern in your speech, or actually be more compassionate and loving in your speech, whatever the case is for you. Take it how it resonates. And when it comes to speaking of speech, I'm gonna clarify this message with the love letters. Let's see. Spirit, please clarify this message. My throat all of a sudden feels super irritated, whereas it was not nowhere near that bad. Now, granted, I'm talking, so no surprise there, but it also speaks to the throat chakra activation in these situations. Ooh, a lot came out. I'm gonna read all of them, and it fell on top of photo proof. You have been in my dreams. What did I say? Whatever this masculine has been dreaming of, they're seeing it in their 3D reality. They're seeing photo proof and getting evidence of God's goodness and where that which you desire can be obtained. The woman of his dreams within his vicinity. I still remember the first day we met. There's something significant about this meeting. And it's possibly relative to that part in the song where it says, okay, you caught me by surprise. In my brand new whip. Peep me in the scope. I'm gone, don't trip. Okay, another thing that's coming to me about it is, especially with this ghosted at the bottom of the deck, somebody has been catalyzed and caught by surprise that they've met someone who they feel is the woman of their dreams, but they gonna ghost the situation. But in that ghosting, that disappearing, there's some work being done to build a stronger foundation for the connection, because they already see what it is. They already value the connection, but it don't necessarily look like it because they've ghosted the situation. Peep me in the scope. If I'm gone, don't trip. Yeah, I've ghosted, but don't trip. Don't trip because you don't see me in the physical. Peep me in the scope. Get a closer, clear eye view, or see this from a higher perspective. See this from a higher perspective that I recognize it. There's some soul recognition taking place. I recognize your soul, and don't trip because I'm tying up loose ends. I'm getting rid of these bad habits, these drugs, these addictions, these toxicities that would keep us apart and therefore prohibit us having a strong foundation. Like, I want this, and I know that now that I see what it is that I desire, the woman of my dreams, I know I gotta put some shit in place in order for this to have longevity. So that's dope. Knowing that there's some people around them in their 3D reality that would sabotage this connection. So doing the work to take care of that during this disappearance, right? Let's see. Because they coming back. The song said bringing back the strong, up to bat, all hits. Baby, when I come back, I'm swinging full throttle and I will not miss. Period. So they still remember the first day that they met this person, this woman of their dreams. You make me feel things I've never felt before. So this is somebody who ain't just being logical, but actually paying attention to how they feel, and these feelings are foreign. And so this is someone who's smart enough to know that in order to get something different, I'm gonna have to do something different. And the fact that I'm feeling something different is letting me know that this is not the same rodeo that I've been to. You know what I'm saying? This is not the same dynamic that I'm used to. This woman is different, and I'm gonna have to approach this different because I'm feeling something different than I've ever felt before. Being vulnerable scares me. So this is somebody who, didn't the song say something relative to that? No, not necessarily. But as somebody who has changed, and it says changed like 5 times in the lyrics, the one thing that they're still working on is being more comfortable with their vulnerability, being transparent about how they feel, what they've been through, what they want and desire. And so this person is going from being in that state to being more comfortable with being vulnerable and transparent, because you always know just what to say to make me smile. I ain't making this shit up. This was on the cards, even though I feel like I've been neglecting to show it to y'all. Y'all trust me though, right? But yeah, you always know just what to say to make me smile. There's something that this feminine has said or insinuated in some way or whatever that this person is smitten by. It makes them smile. They're amused. I want to marry you one day. Again, somebody who sees longevity and wants to build a strong foundation. They in it for the long haul. It's you. It's always been you. The woman of his dreams. I cannot make this shit up. She done came through and caught him by surprise. And now he like, well, damn. What next? What now? You know, what's being called forth from me? I've become this new version of myself, and now I've aligned with this caliber of woman. I recognize who this is. I know full well the spiritual connection between me and this person, and this is my one. This is the one I want to marry. It's a blessing to have you in my life. I told you that value just saw 2112 twin flames. This is somebody who values having this connection, this presence, this influence of a divine feminine whom they've met. And if you haven't met them, you're going to meet them soon, and you're going to know who I'm talking about, because it's going to trigger all of these feelings being mentioned in the love letters card. You are my angel. This person, something has been said when y'all met, sometime thereafter, that made them feel like you were their saving grace, that God sent them an angel to tell them exactly what it is they needed to hear, exactly when they needed to hear it. Especially with this person being at a point on their journey where they've changed so much and they've grown, and they're getting rid of toxicities and addictions in their life. Someone is bringing them hope, faith, optimism. I want to grow old with you. That longevity. How often do you connect with somebody and you like, this is the person I want to grow old with? I could see myself in the rocker chair on the porch with this person having a cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Or working in a garden, or taking a vacation and collecting AARP and Social Security with. Like, this is my one. I keep seeing your name everywhere. Signs and synchronicities reminding this person of you even when they trying to forget. Because they see your name everywhere. One thing that just came to mind is how I don't forgot my train of thought. It'll come back to me. I never knew what it was to look at someone and smile for no reason. Again, those feelings that they're not used to. They're not used to this type of connection. They're not used to this type of attraction. They're not used to this type of chemistry between them and another person. But it's a divine feminine, baby. That's the thing that sets a divine feminine and a feminine apart. And there are plenty of women out here who are spiritual, but that does not make them a divine feminine. They don't operate according to the code of a divine feminine, a wild woman, one who has integrated her wild and her docile side, her light and her dark, her masculine and her feminine, her high priest and her high priestess. A lot of these women who present themselves under the cloak of spirituality, they lack in some area or another, meaning like they're full-on light work, no shadow work, full-on shadow work, no light work, and lack balance. But this is someone who is balanced, and the influence of her balance, her inner balance, the inner peace that she brings, her confidence, her passion, her humility, is having a major impact on this masculine, but it's caught him by surprise. I'm scared of losing you is in reverse, because they not. I'm finna go handle what I need to handle so that I can hold on to you. That's why it's in reverse. I ain't scared to lose you because I'm not finna lose you. You think I'm finna let this opportunity go to waste? Yeah, nah. This is a smart man here. He said, not only am I coming for that which ultimately he feels is his, which is this woman, and I'm not speaking to possessing someone, but aligning with someone. Like this is somebody who feels like this person is my match. I'm not finna lose this opportunity. And so I'm gonna do the necessary to make sure that I don't. You are much more beautiful than you know. And that came out in reverse. Why? Because they're gonna let you know. If you're feminine and you watching this person who feels this way, and all of these fell face down. So a lot of this shit, you don't even know this how this feel unless you're a true high priestess and you tapped into this energy and you have that intuitive knowing without seeing physical evidence of it. But otherwise, they feel like you're more beautiful than you even know. And it came out in reverse because they're going to tell you that you're more beautiful than you know. At the top of the deck, you have, you make me feel like the luckiest person in the world. Listen, dating, so often we pour our time and energy into people who do not see our value, and they don't see our value because they don't see their own goddamn value. But how much of a blessing is it to align with and connect with, meet with, build with somebody who has done the work to see their own value and therefore also can see and honor yours? Because there are people who can see your value but ain't gonna honor it. They gonna waste your time, your energy, your resources, and the whole 9 yards. But those are those people who have they don't value themselves. But we talking about a masculine who, as described in this Headshot song, has done work on himself. And because he's done that work on himself, that self-love work, he's that holy grail, he's in that energy now, he can also see this divine feminine's worth, and he is not gonna take it for granted because he don't want to lose her. At the bottom of the deck, you have my life has never been the same since I met you. And I've done picked up 2 cards instead of 1, so now I gotta see what's at the bottom of that too. That's behind there. My life has never been the same since I met you. I told you. This woman done caught him by surprise and then changed his outlook on things, has changed his life. You make me see things within myself I'm scared to see. Underneath that, I can't be the person you need me to be right now. And that is why they're ghosting. But they coming back. They disappearing. They in and out. Because they're putting forth the work. They're becoming more aware of the toxicity in their life. They're getting proof of the toxicity in their life and how it has affected them. And how it would sabotage this connection and everything they invest into the connection. So, okay, before I even approach this, let me handle my handle. I love this. That is self-love. That is maturity. And that is divine love. I'm going to close this message out with a card from the Rumi Oracle. Spirit, please clarify the message that is coming forth for the Divine Masculine Collective at this time. One card that I praise God. Let love transform. Represented by the number 14, which breaks down to a 5. Yeah, it's all types of change and maybe even some conflict taking place in this person's life because they have experienced true love. They recognize true love. They've identified, they've gotten photo proof of true love. The shit that they read about in the storybooks and on the TV screen and in the movies, they actually like experiencing this shit, and it is having a transformative effect on this individual. At the bottom of the deck, you have Blessing of El Al-Hakim, represented by the number 40. I'm actually going to read that because we all know that love is transformed. God damn, I left the, hold on. Maybe I can find the commentary on it. On the internet, because I don't feel like going to get this book. And I know where it is, too. In the other room. Rumi Oracle. Trying to hurry up before this damn iPad died. I had to go and get this message up out of me while I felt like it. So it says, sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion. Bewilderment is vision. A blessing of divine wisdom of Al Hakim is being ministered to your soul. Watch over by Rumi himself. This is soul medicine. It's a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot yet have. As you receive this gift, this blessing which happened at a soul level, your attitude to life becomes more curious, open, still, and receptive. Y'all see how them lights constantly flashing? Thank you. You no longer have to drive the unfolding of your desires into form. You rest in assurance that your daily application and effort is enough, and so it's your surrender. Mental anguish is soothed, and you are able to accept the unfathomable nature of divinity in its expression of itself as life. You become comfortable with the reality that the price of being close to the divine is the giving up your need to always understand. This person doesn't have full understanding of what's going on because they're used to being in control of the ins and outs of their narrative, the details, but they're being called to surrender to the divine and allow this to unfold naturally and divinely. From this place of increasing stillness, great activity will flow. You shall become capable of being the surrendered vessel to the guiding divine hand, and truly great contributions to the human soul evolving can occur through you. So much will simply emerge, erupt, pulsate, and emanate out of you, and yet you will feel within as though you are doing nothing at all. Even while so much is happening through you, such holy paradox shall become your daily experience. You may feel unexpectedly, perhaps, that in some ways your vision for your life and purpose, your divine passion, is clearer than ever before. And in other ways, completely unknown to you, a discovery yet to be made. That is as it should be. Wisdom bestows upon us the same capacity to work with the opportunities that are right before us. This is a masculine that sees an opportunity right before him with this feminine to release situations and circumstances that have passed. They being called to let the past go, to identify what no longer serves them, and anything that would sabotage this opportunity with this divine feminine is definitely a burning red flag of something that needs to be released, and that time has passed. The cycle is closing out for those situations, and to allow the future to take its shape according to the ineffable timing of life itself. This oracle comes with a special guidance for you. If you are uncertain about an issue in your life, be at peace. There is divine healing that can occur most readily in the unknowing. Know that all is indeed well, beloved soul. Perhaps you're journeying very deep indeed, and your allegiance to your intellectual mind is softening in favor of allegiance to your heart knowing. So we talk about somebody, possibly an air sign with some air placements, that's used to using their divine masculine energy in terms of logic and rationale and action and in their life to make moves or make decisions, but they're actually being led by way of this heart chakra awakening, catalyzed by this divine feminine who has caught them by surprise, and they're now being led to let their heart lead them in their decision making. You may find yourself craving different company with different interests, or finding the world of opinions and debate rather less to your liking, and the worlds of creative expression more nurturing and nourishing to your essence. If this is the case, this oracle comes as confirmation to trust in the changes you feel within. In any and all ways, no matter how insignificant or dramatic they may seem, know that they are seedlings of a new way that shall grow from one step into an entirely new and more sacred orientation in your life. You will not necessarily have any idea how that will happen or what it will look like. This matters not. Damn. Yo, the tea that I was drinking earlier had like a quote or whatever on it, and it talked about how a forest evolves from one single acorn, right? Check this next line out in the reading. I cannot make this shit up. The acorn becomes the oak because that its innate destiny. The acorn becomes the oak because that is its innate destiny. It happened without any active participation, apart from a willingness to grow through life. So it is with the precious blooming now happening within your soul. Matter of fact, I ain't even drunk the fucking tea, y'all. I'm gonna take a picture of it. This just reminded me, I made the tea when I got home and left it on the counter. I'm gonna have to rewarm it. It's some spearmint, mullein, turmeric, ginger, and elderberry. Because I'm working on my immune system. This time of year, it don't come to play, and I'm not trying to get sick. To know less can bring the greatest gift and blessing of all, to be able to love and therefore live more frequently. This oracle also comes with special guidance to bring you peace. Look to the old ways, to the ancient wisdom teachings that run as one vein of life, giving love through all traditions. The old wisdoms teach of cycles, of timing, of letting go, to allow for new life to happen, and of the greater intelligence and scheme of life to which we must surrender if we are ever to know even a moment's peace. The fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. This is that second mention of fire, because it also was mentioned in the words to that song when it talks about how the weed didn't serve his fire or something like that. It's 333 on the timer as I'm on the clock as I'm speaking, because now that this person is better aligning with their higher self, their more sacred self, what stokes their fire, what gets them passionate and fire is changing as well. What motivates their passion is becoming different as well. Forgot where I started from. Oh, the fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. Just let it be the breath that swirls around you through the heart that ignites it, not the passing huffing and puffing of the impatient mind. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of your heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness, and soul-inspired action all at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of your love shall know no bounds. Oh, look at this. Y'all, listen, divine masculines, I love this for y'all. For many of you, this is you being truly in love for the first time, where many other times or a few other times you thought that was it. Yeah, no, this is it. Welcome to the big leagues. Like, the divine is like, yeah, no. If that story of Eve being created from Adam's rib were true, here goes your rib. You know what I'm saying? And in order to enjoy this experience, in order to invest in this experience, you're going to have to release some ways, some patterns, some things that identify themselves as toxicity in your life. So I hope this message found y'all well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. I am going to warm up this damn tea and take me a nap. So with that being said, y'all, if you're needing a personal reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video, to the channel if you have not already. And if you'd like to donate, that information is in the description box below. Tell a friend to tell a friend about what's going on over here at Turquoise Majesty. And until next time, peace.